I had a really interesting conversation with a friend over the weekend. And by the way, happy Family Day. And it was just so funny that I had to put in my arc reactor. I got to show you some of this. Greetings, Dave here, DCBFX. What I'm showing off here is my new workroom here. So I have, at this point now, I have 4 printers in the house. Here, I have another one just on that side. I talked about that the other day. I just thought I'm doing all this stuff in the office and I have all these printers, and it's funny. I forgot I had this one. I get sent printers to review, and I have for a couple of years. I've stopped doing it because, well, my contact at the company I was working with moved on, and they've been doing a lot more in-house. They haven't been sending things for me to review, so it is what it is. But for this company, I reviewed the CR10 V2, the Ender 7, the Mega Zero 2.0, the CR10 Smart. I've also done a Mono, which is my own, a Mono SE, a Hallett Sky, which is a medium-sized resin printer, and a Surmoon D1. So I've done a lot of printer reviews, but basically they just said, yeah, enjoy. They don't want them back, which I wish I'd known that. I would never would have sent the Hallett Sky back, because it's a great medium-sized resin printer. Anyway, the comment I wanted to comment on was I was working away at this. If you've seen Star Trek V, you know what this is. This is also in Picard. This is a bosun whistle, and for some reason in Star Trek V, I don't know why they did this, they thought they'd make it electronic. A bosun whistle is used in the Navy to pipe in a commanding officer, like an admiral. So they blow this, but they do it in a whistle. They'd have it in their mouth, and they made it electronic. So Dino, you've heard me talk about Dino before, he designed this, and he said, here you go, see what you can do with it. And I helped him out with some tolerances for this. The whistle wasn't quite fitting right, so he modified that. And it was funny, he said, here are the files. I went, no problem, I knocked out this and this. I'll knock out this and this right now. I was using these 2 printers here. I haven't got these ones going right now. And he said, you're like Tony Stark, hammer on all these things. And it was just such a funny comment because it's hilarious. I don't quite have the Stark goatee and the Stark hair right now. I decided to go a different path, a different route. But this is now printed. I send it off to Jerry, and Jerry's going to try and put electronics in here. So we'll have lights here and then some sounds. I don't know what we're going to do about buttons-wise, but we have that. Also, because it's all here, I also knocked this out for my friend Guillaume. This is a turbo buckle. He's going to make molds of this and have fun with it, but that is something I still need to print the pieces that go on top, and that's going to be in resin. My resin printer is still in the office because I don't want the fumes in my house. And also where I do my workroom has got 38 lawn boxes of comics, 8,176 comics. A lot of stuff in there. I don't want fumes like chemical fumes going through there. So I just wanted to show this off. This is now my workstation. It's where I'm going to be doing a lot of things. And I did notice too that this is a little bit off level. The wood I used was old wood. I had old 2x4, so there's a little bend to them. So it's secured into the back wall, and then I have legs holding everything up. What I might do is just disconnect this leg, lift the whole thing up, and have my wife screw in and give this a little bit of a heft. But that also goes to what I've said in the past, where I've talked to people about leveling the printers, and they put like spirit level on them, which because they don't understand, they're still getting used to it. And I went, no, you can print on an angle, and this is actually on a decent angle. Before in the office, this one was like this was hanging off the edge of it. The CR10 Smart is a very long printer, so I actually have 2 2x4s here just to give something to hang on to. But that being said, you can print on an angle like that. As long as the bed's level, you can do that. A large piece you wouldn't want to because gravity will not be your friend, but you have all that available to you, so you can do that. So with all these here, now I haven't really given a favorable review to this yet, and they don't make this anymore, but I'm going to give this another shot. The Mega Zero 2.0, and the Ender was great, but the problem was adhesion. So I've got painter's tape. I'm going to take all that off and put a good level of painter's tape. It never really took well. I can get things to print once I did print, but getting adhesion was a real headache. So I think just having the tape is going to help. And the CR10 V2 is just a workhorse. I've had this thing forever. This is a great little workhorse. And my original printer, CR10S. Love that printer. I knocked out my Star-Lord helmet, my Star-Lord guns, my belt. everything on that, all like my first year or bit of prints are all off the CR10S. So that's a little update on where I'm at. This also fits into the whole vein of Monday. Monday is, 3D printing. So now rather than 3D printed stuff, although I do have, like I say, my Bose whistle and my turbo buckle. I have all that there that, showing off from that. But this is just sort of shape of things to come. I expect a lot more things hammering up because I can now run multiple things on 4 printers, 5 printers really. Just let it go and let it run and see what happens. So that's an update for me. Hope everyone's having a great day. We'll talk to you all later.